Good morning again, Daniel Valdez again. Let's put a cherry on the whole UIL contest. I know it's a couple of days later, but with everything that happened in the marching activity the past couple of days, I figured we'd take Sunday and wrap everything up, put a cherry on it, even though cherries suck. So let's dole out some congratulations for the UIL state contest that went down last week. Whiteface High School is your 1A champion. Congratulations. I love that show. Clarksville, Class 2A champion. That show was awesome. The cool thing about Clarksville is that it won using the old 2-1 rule for UIL. Basically, if you get first place from 2 music judges and you get first place from 1 marching judge, you are automatically certified as a state champion. In Class 2A, Valley Mills had a composite score of 8. Clarksville had a composite score of 9, but because of that rule, it's essentially judges' preference. It's to, balance things out, I guess you could say. Because then you could get one of the music judges could say, oh, well, they were the worst in finals. Give them the bottom score, and it would completely ruin everything when it's obvious that the majority of the judges preferred their program. So Clarksville gets in there as a state champion. 3A finals, Mineola, even though the contest was pretty close, it was fairly obvious that they were going to win. Fantastic show. Congratulations, Mineola High School. It's up in the East Texas. And then we're going to review just a little bit, and I'll get out of your way. 5A finals. Cedar Park comes back and wins another state championship. That's consecutive state titles for them. So congratulations. If you look at prelims, Dripping Springs was actually on top first. And then if you look at prelims, if you go a little bit further down, Dripping Springs had a score of 13, Cedar Park 14, Prosper had scored 15. Prosper's show in prelims at state was on fire. I was super impressed with how they performed in prelims. Great stuff indeed. Gotta love it. Remember when we talked about, one judge can decide this whole thing and things can be kind of wacky? Look at Highland Park and look at Roma, 10 and 11. Roma had 4 out of their 5 judges say that they were finals worthy in terms of their scores. And then one judge said, no freaking way. You can see the music judges. 10, 7, 22. That 22 cost them. Cost them a spot in state finals. Easily. I mean, it's the nature of the beast. If one judge doesn't like you, for whatever reason, may not like your sound, or you may sound too soft, or you may sound too loud, or whatever. Remember, these judges are in the stands. They're in the press box. One judge doesn't like you, it can end your season. You look at Highland Park, 2 judges had them in finals. Music scores 4, 17, 14. Marching judges 11 and 9. The 4 is the outlier, and that's what got them into finals. Not saying they shouldn't have been in there or anything like that. Not saying that at all. You just look at the numbers and, you realize that, the system is a little bit flawed. And guess what? No system has it right. None of them. Not Bands of America. Not UIL. Definitely not US Bands. But this is the system you have to work with. And you must work within that system. So you have to... It's weird. You have to put on a show for state that is universally accessible to judges. You must be clean. You must be, have a full sound. Visually, you can't have any flub ups. Because trust me, when you get down to it and you get down to okay, who's going to make finals, all those little individual errors pop out. Especially when the show design is put together in a way that emphasizes cleanliness. and you'll get docked if you don't maintain that cleanliness for the duration of your show. So that's what happened in prelims. Results in finals. People were talking, oh my God, Cedar Park, they're going on first. Oh no, what are they going to do? Well, guess what they did? Like I've been telling you all, hate to say I told you so, but Cedar Park is one of the best performing programs, not just in the state, but in the nation. When finals is on, they are on. When the lights are on, they are on. That's what they did. They went on first in finals. It's a random draw for finals. And they nailed their show. Everything was in tune. Accelerandos were timed very well, especially with the feet. And that's how they did it. They won state going away out of the first spot, which is difficult to do because you're basically setting the benchmark. 2-1-1 from the music judges for Cedar Park, 4-1 from the marching judges. Kick ass, right? Awesome job. Dripping Springs walks out of there with a silver medal. Not necessarily their fault. Cedar Park just had a really, really good run. Waxahachie shows up. Actually, Waxahachie and Wakeland tied for third place. Then you go to judge's preference. Good old judge's preference. One music judge preferred Waxahachie, and both marching judges had Waxahachie over Wakeland. That breaks the tie. Waxahachie gets the bronze medal. Wakeland comes in fourth. I like their show. Very good stuff. This is a program that is, went through a director change. I think they're going to be fine. And of course, I love me some Frisco schools. Poteet, welcome back. Director retires a couple of years ago. They come back with a really neat show, and they're powerful. They're clean too. Richland, I thought should have been higher in prelims because, just for the fact that they're marching at like 200 beats per minute. They were flying around the field. I dig that show. Dig it. Prosper came in 7th. Maybe should have been a little bit higher, but, what are you going to do when your marching judges... These were Prosper's marching judges' scores. One judge said that they were the best marching program in finals. They gave them a 1. The other judge said that they were the worst marching program in finals. 10. So it went 1-10. Again, who's right? We don't know. Alito in 8th place. Actually, Prosper and Alito tied with a composite score of 32. You look at judges' preference. Prosper wins out. They break the tie. Rouse High School. Way to go. Their numbers are increasing. I talked to their director very briefly after it was announced that they were going to make... Gosh, when was it? I think it was in between prelims and finals. I'm not exactly sure. He said there's even more kids coming up, so the program's going to get even bigger. So yeah, in like a year or two, you're going to have another Leander program to deal with. So strap yourselves in. Congratulations, Rouse. Highland Park in 10th place. 3 programs at 5A state finals, just to show you how much 5A has changed. 3 programs in 5A state finals made finals for the first time. Highland Park made it for the first time. Rouse made it for the first time. Prosper made it for the first time. Prosper, I think that was their first trip to state ever. And they made finals. Rouse, first trip to state ever, made finals. Highland Park, I think, is the same thing. So there you go. The nature of the beast. It's got to be universally liked. It's got to appeal to the people upstairs. Like I said, one judge could ruin it. And it's a shame that it's that way, but when everyone has the same sheet, or when 3 judges have the same sheet, the results are going to come out the way they come out. It's funky, but that's what you got to deal with. I was also kind of impressed with the El Paso programs and how well they did. I was very impressed with the El Paso programs. I wish we would see them a little bit more often you know, not in West Texas. I was kind of hoping more of them would go to the Midland Regional, but we shall see how that goes. And that wraps it up. That's 5A state. That's the state contest. Very good year, especially in 5A. Very good programs that made finals. A couple of programs that, missed finals. Liked Forney's show. Loved Roma's show. And what's interesting is I stayed at the hotel. The Roma band stayed at my hotel after state finals. Woke up the next morning, went down to go breakfast, and guess what? They were all at the breakfast line, and they were all very, very happy. They didn't seem very sad at all or anything like that, which, could mean a couple of things. They may realize, hey, that's the way it goes, and, there's nothing we can do about it. It also emphasizes how much students de-stress from the marching activity when it's over. There's a lot of pressure on these kids, and they perform in huge venues, and a lot is on the line. Not just, a trophy at the end of the day. It's, there's pride that's involved too. There's legacy that's involved too. And then when it's all over, it's just like deflating a balloon. It's just, we don't have to do that anymore until next year. And then, right around summertime, you get the itch, and, you'll be wanting to get back on the field as soon as possible. That's it for 5A State. Great job, UIL. I want to thank all the staff at UIL, George Strickland. I want to thank specifically Rebecca, who prevented us from getting kicked out of the Alamo Dome. That's a true story. Maybe we'll tell that. In a future little vignette or whatever. I'm done here. Thank you, UIL. Appreciate your work. Keep it up. I will talk to you all later. Take care. Adios. Bye-bye.